And we are live. Week 15 NFL college bowls start tomorrow. Christmas shopping starts tonight for me. I know that. And World Cup final this weekend. And look at the panel tonight. We got a full panel. Ryan Scoops Woodhams. What's going on, Ryan, with the new mic?
How you doing, Kurt? Hopefully you guys can understand me well. It's been a interesting week sports-wise. A lot of free agents coming off the board in baseball. A lot of exciting games looking forward to in football and NBA. I'm curious to see what'll come of this Pelicans Suns stuff on Saturday when they play a rematch.
I told you where to go. Right, Kenny? Let's get him. Let's recruit him.
Yep. Yep.
Come 5 in a row. 5 in a row. Mr. Kirkpatrick, you're next. What's going on?
Not much, Kurt. Looking forward to the show. A lot of football to talk about. I'm looking forward to seeing if the Knicks maybe did the smart thing and didn't get Donovan Mitchell. Maybe now they'll get a team that's looking to trade one of those vets to send them our way.
Let's go. Mr. Carson Shear, the legend. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy to be here, ready to talk some football, some wagers. It should be a good show.
And last but certainly not. Wait, how did I say it?
Certainly not least.
Not least. I'm tongue got tied. Mr. Joey Clams.
You remember me, Benny Bronco from the Bronx? Let's go. We've been on fire with the college basketball like snipers, just picking them off, picking the bookmakers off left and right. We're getting chased. Told me they cut my play down at FanDuel. Let's go. I got a couple of games tonight. We got a college basketball game tonight. We got some props in tonight's big game. San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go. Let's get ready to roll, baby.
And by the way, I'm not going to reveal it tonight. I'll reveal it next Thursday. But I made, you know how like Kenny always says to me, you make a $14 14 bomb parlay. I got a monster bowl one. I'm going to reveal it. I'm not going to tell you how much I put on it, but let's just say the payout is nice, real nice. So
all 20-point favorites.
No, absolutely not. USC is one of them. They're not a 20-point. They're a 1-point favorite. All right, so let's do this. Let's start with World Cup. I'll start with Joey Clams first. Argentina, France, final. I believe it's Sunday, right?
Yes.
Sunday. Joey Clams, who wins this thing?
Well, hopefully Argentina, because I got a future bet on them at 6-1, and there's a flu bug running through the France locker room. It's France is a really good team, but I think Argentina is going to beat them. I think Argentina wins and gets the bounty, victorious. Argentina.
I'm with you. I got a future with Argentina too, and I hope Messi gets it. Like you said, 36 years old, so this is probably it. One of the best, if not the best player maybe ever. I hope he gets this thing, so I'm going Argentina. Ryan.
Respectfully, I'll have to recuse myself from this one. I don't know anything about soccer.
Kenny.
I don't have any futures on this, nothing invested. So for the show and for the fan, as a fan, I want to root for Argentina to win this. So I'll go with Argentina.
And Carson, again, you're kind of cut off a little on the screen. Like I just see your shoulders. No. It looks like you're wearing a Bronco jersey. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
to me, it looks like tonight. To me, it looks like it's a Bronco jersey because it's the orange with the blue sleeve. So, all right, who do you got Sunday, Carson?
Yeah, it should be a good matchup. It's kind of a powerhouse final in France. They're defending champs, and then the whole story with Messi and Argentina being his last World Cup. I'm gonna have to go with France here. I think they're the better team overall. I know you got to give it to Messi. It's his last cup, but I think people are gonna fall for the trap. I think France is a really, really good team. They're the defending champs for a reason. I'm gonna go with France to win it again this year.
Who was the last team that went back to back?
I can find that out for you.
I mean, has anybody ever done it?
Yeah, I'm sure somebody did. I think you're gonna laugh here. It might be a team that nobody would ever think, and I don't even know if they were in
Brazil in the 70s.
Watch out for Brazil, but watch out for Uruguay.
When Brazil had Pele.
Italy was good back in the 80s and 90s.
Years ago, right?
Italy was one of them.
Italy did
82, 82 and they won in 06. Italy won 82 and 06.
No, I mean back to back, like 2 years
Nah,
ago.
I
Four,
don't
eight,
think so.
4-4.
Maybe way back in the 60s.
Yeah, Italy, like way back when, like in the
Okay,
30s.
so that
That's
would
what
be
I'm
something
seeing.
we haven't seen in a long time if France does do this
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
All right, so Kenny, we're going to start with NFL tonight, right?
Yeah, let's start with NFL, then we'll do some college bowl games
Okay.
that are up for the week.
All right,
I got a
so-
few written down.
So we'll start tonight, and all I'm going to say, Carson, is your boy Walker playing tonight for Seattle?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Mhm.
San Fran laying 3.5 at Seattle. Pete, don't let Geno Smith throw this ball 9 times tonight. I'm serious. Run the ball, because Geno Smith against this defense is going to be an absolute disaster. I watched him last week versus Carolina. Again, all these people, MVP. No, MVP. Drew Lock, get warming up. It's going to get ugly tonight. I'm going San Fran. Carson.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kurt. Joey sent me the good stuff early last week when this line was 2.5, so I got on that. Go 49ers. I think they're a better team overall. Brock Purdy, we'll see what he can do. I mean, he had a great game last week, but their defense is going to keep him in this game. I think Ayuk is also going to have a big game.
First road game for Purdy, though. It's going to be a little different tonight in Seattle for him.
Yeah.
A little different. Ryan.
Yeah, so this could be an interesting game quarterback wise. I think that the 49ers defense has a strong chance of being a significant factor here. The Seahawks the last couple of weeks have kind of fallen off some of the magic that they had earlier in the season. However, these last few games have all been close, so maybe it's just a stretch of a little bit of bad luck. That being said, I am going to pick lay the points and an outright 49ers win.
Kenny.
This is one of them games where I say, why is San Fran? Carson said that the line was 2.5 beginning of the week. Why is it going up 1 point? San Fran's on the road, and Brock Purdy's first game on the road, a 7th-round draft pick going into Seattle, a 3.5-point favorite. I'm taking San Fran here. Something's up. I'm gonna throw a few dollars, pizza or coffee money on San Fran.
Clams.
Yeah, I know Kenneth Walker is back, but his last 4 games that he played, he ran for like 27, 33. He hasn't broke 100. But the way to beat the 49ers defense is the big plays going deep on them. And that's what they're going to probably try to do, take some shots downfield with Lockett and Metcalf. But there's too many the defenses, there's too many dudes on that defense, too many big dogs on that. And I like the 49ers, even though the market, it's going back and forth. The sharp guys are taking the 3.5. This is a numbers game. I laid 2.5. I think, is it around 3 right now?
3.5.
It's going back.
3.5.
It's 3.5. And
Yeah.
some places got a 3 with the juice to the favorite. They're gonna run the ball. McCaffrey's gonna get about 16, 17 touches. They're gonna try to keep the ball out of Purdy's hands and not make him make a mistake. But the Seattle Seahawks been 25-4 as a dog at home, and 49ers haven't swept them since 2011. And I think Seattle's got a pretty good record against them. I'm a little worried, but I'm on the 49ers, and I'm on them in the first half of the money line too.
All right, we got a little Saturday slate, which is nice. At the end of the year, Christmas time starts coming around, you get some Saturday games. First game, Carson, I'll come to you. Colts at Vikings. Vikings laying 4.5 at home.
Yeah, I like the Colts and the points here. I think the Colts, they're still kind of fighting to make some noise in their division in the AFC. I think the Vikings, they're kind of still a wishy-washy, up-in-the-air team. Their defense is not really good. Jonathan Taylor's going to run the ball a lot on the Vikings. I'm going to go Colts and the points here.
Big Dog is taking the Niners, and Big Dog's taking the Vikings. What's up?
Hey, Big Dog.
Let's go to Kenny.
I'm like Carson. This is one of them Kirk Cousins specials, right? Where he's on national TV Saturday by himself. I'm going to take the Colts. I don't know if they're going to pull off the upset, but this is going to be closer than people think. It's same. Joey's big on surface changes. This is the same surface indoors. I'm going to take the Colts on the road, getting 4.5.
I'm going to disagree with you guys. I think the Vikings, the Vikings are going to score points at home, right? That's what they are. I think their defense is their problem. Carson made a great point with Jonathan Taylor. Are the Colts going to give him 30 carries and just make him, run for 160? I mean, that way, yeah, that would scare me. But I think if it gets into a scoring shootout, I would go with Minnesota. So I'm going to take the Vikings. Ryan.
This game, as ridiculous as it may sound, could very well, in my opinion, come down to just who wins the first coin toss. Because if you're going up 7-0 on as the Colts on the Vikings, then you have the ability to start playing clock control with Jonathan Taylor, as was mentioned before. On the flip side, if the Vikings get it early enough and they're able to bring it down, I think that they have more weapons with which to do damage. I'm going to take the Colts in the points here, but I'm not comfortable giving an outright winner here.
Okay. Clams.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Like, you know what, Scoops, you made a lot of good points there. I'm looking for the Vikings to get the lead, and I can't see Matty Ice going toe to toe with that Viking offense and having an air raid. I'm gonna take. I like the Vikings in this spot. They're gonna score. They're gonna put some points up. I can't see the Colts putting that many points up if they're gonna try to run the ball. Give me the Vikings.
All right. Next game on Saturday.
And in the first half too, Vikings are really good in the first half. So.
Okay. Getting to second game on Saturday, the Ravens travel to the Browns. Browns laying 2.5. I'll start this one. I really like this game. I like Cleveland at home. Deshaun Watson's home debut. The fans are going to be juiced up. He didn't play terribly the past 2 weeks, right? But that was away. Now he's home. He had to worry about what fans are going to say and who's going to have what sign and all that stuff. And now he's home. His people are going to support him. Big Dog's taking Cleveland. I think they get this. I think he gets his first win as the Cleveland quarterback. I'm going to take Cleveland laying the 2.5. Joey.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. I don't think he played good. I don't think he played good at all. He was first and goal twice. They couldn't get in the end zone. He looked a little sloppy. And you know what? The Browns, they're unpredictable. Give me the Ravens plus the point. Their front defense could stop the run. I'll take the Ravens on the road plus the 2.5.
Carson.
Yeah, Joey nailed it. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. Their defense is pretty good. They had 3 interceptions last week against the Steelers. I'm going to go with this Ravens and the points.
Kenny, can you there's a phone number I keep hearing. Can you just make sure?
It's a phone ringing, Kurt. It's going to stop in a second. Can't do nothing about it.
Okay. Well, I just don't say the numbers on it.
It's stopping.
Kenny, go ahead.
I'm going to take the Ravens, Kurt. I'm with Carson. Their defense is underrated. I think they're a top 5 defense in the league, especially with Roquan Smith over there. And Clams nailed it. Deshaun Watson still hasn't played well. This is his 3rd game. Let's see. Before I start taking the Browns, I want to see Deshaun Watson start performing. So I'm going to take the Ravens defense here, winning a low-scoring game outright.
Scoops.
So I look at the Browns team bringing back Deshaun Watson. I think he's, like you guys said, I think he's going to be more settled into the offense now. I'm looking at the Ravens schedule. I don't see one win that they've had this year that's really impressed me. They beat a Watson-less Browns team by 3, regressed Buccaneers team by 5, Saints by 14, Panthers by 10, Broncos by 1. I'm not really seeing a ton here. I feel like this team, even though they're 9-4, could very easily be a lot worse than that. They're quarterbacked by Tyler Huntley this week, as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know Cleveland doesn't have a great defense, but frankly, I don't think the Ravens do either. I'm going to take probably, if only solely on home field advantage, and with that atmosphere of Watson coming home or starting at home, I'm going to take the Browns to lay the points here.
All right, we move to Saturday night. The Miami Dolphins going to Buffalo. Supposed to be snow. Supposed to be cold. I'm going to start this one more. This will be the last one I start today because I love this game. This might be my NFL game of the year, and I'm telling you, I love it. We talked about it last night, Joe. You weren't with us. There was a rumor. I don't know if you heard it. Last Sunday night, the Dolphins brought heated bench like some kind of seats to the Charger game where it was 55 degrees. 55 degrees, and they're saying it's cold. Now they're going into Miami on Saturday night. It's going to be snow. It's supposed to be 23 degrees. Tua is 0-3 in starts under 50 degrees. And Ryan or Carson, somebody made a point last night where they said, listen, they figured it out. You play zone against them. You take no man. You take all zone, and you make him throw to the outside. He can't do it. He doesn't have a strong arm. Listen, this is the end of Tua. I'm telling you. I'm telling all these people, Tua and extensions, and he's going to Super Bowl. No way. Buffalo at home is going to bury this team. There's no way Miami's going to. You're going to see all Miami with the sweatshirts, the turtlenecks, and the jackets. They want no part of this game. I'm taking Buffalo. Kenny.
I'm with you, Kurt. I agree with everything you said. Tua's in trouble. They think they figured out how to stop him. We watched the Chargers defense, which I've been waiting for all year to stop somebody. But we watched the Chargers, what they did against Tua. And I think teams are going to feed off of what they've been seeing. And now you get Buffalo's defense at home with bad weather. Sign me up all day for Buffalo. Maybe my best bet of the week. Maybe the month.
Clams.
What are you using right now on that game?
It's 7 on FanDuel right now.
All right, guys, buy that down to 6.5. Get off to 7. You know what Tua is? He's Matt Milano's lunch. That's what he is. Tua, like you said, Tua can't throw to the outside numbers. He was throwing lollipops in L.A. last week. What is he going to do up in Western New York when it's the slush and the rain and the sleet, 16 miles an hour wind, 20-degree weather? All he got to do is, like you said, play zone on him. You take everything away. He's in trouble. Take the Bills. Miami's in trouble.
Ryan.
I'm gonna take Buffalo here. And lay the points. I've got like you guys said 7 here. I think Tua, like you guys have said, has been exposed recently. As much as I'm a huge Tua fan, I think that he's got limitations to his game that are being exposed more. Even without Von Miller, I trust Buffalo's defense more than I trust Miami right now. As much as I think Buffalo has their own ways that they can be exploited, I don't see this Dolphins team being able to do that. I think that this game ends up being a Buffalo win by 2 scores.
Okay, Carson, you sweeping the board?
Just to be the odd man out here, I'm going to go the Dolphins and the points. Look, this is a AFC East divisional game. I think both of these teams realize what's at stake, and the Dolphins are in trouble, like you guys were saying. Tua hasn't been playing well recently. It's going to be, like you said, Kurt, cold in the snow. I think they're going to play a lot of small ball, short, quick slants and screen routes. I'm going to go the Dolphins and the points here. I think this is a big, big career-changing game for Tua.
Okay.
One more thing, Kurt. Miami.
Guys, I have to sign off for a second. I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead, Joey. I'm sorry.
Miami cannot run the ball. They cannot run the ball at all.
And you know what?
And
That's
you got-
shocking.
you got to run the ball up there. If you can't run the ball up
yeah.
at Buffalo, you're in trouble.
Yes, sir. I agree. All right, we'll move. Let's pick up a little bit because it's we got time. Kenny, you got some college games, right?
Yeah, we'll move on. But one more thing, watch the weather, not only for snow, but watch for wind. Because if it's windy, we
That's
all know
even
what that
worse.
can do to effect.
16 miles an hour wind.
That's
Watch
even
if it goes up
18.
if it goes into the 20s, you've got to start worrying. I think it gets really nasty there. Sorry,
Okay.
Kurt. Yeah, let's move a couple of these games fast so we can get into the college.
All right, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna go to the better games. Okay, I'll go to the
Yeah,
better
and then
games.
if we got time, we'll do the other
All
ones.
right.
We'll do
Carson's gonna go last. His hot Detroit Lions traveling to MetLife. Kenny, I'll start with you. Jets at home laying 1.5.
You got a hot team and a team that's been struggling, right? And now that's Zach Wilson talked. He's back as the backup. Carson's Lions came to MetLife a couple weeks ago, and I remember Kurt saying, disgrace that we lost to the Detroit Lions. Well, look what the Lions have done since. So you know what? I'm going to take them here once again against the Jets and trending in that right direction. And Carson's Lions are going to be 500 here. And Detroit gets a nice victory here. A little on the high scored side in the high 20s, I'd say like 27-24 type of game. But
All
Carson's Lions are going to take it.
Big Dog's
Nice.
going Lions. Kenny, I'm with you. I'm going to go Lions. I told you, this Lion team is for real. Their offense is one of the best in the NFL. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game, but I don't know,
He changes his mind more than a politician.
No, I'm not
Two weeks ago, the Lions were a joke. They're terrible. Now they're
I
one of the
never
best
said they're a joke. Who
Listen,
we
like
lost
I
it.
always said, every 4 weeks is a different
When
team
did I
on the
say
rise.
the Lion? Kenny, you know what? I'll buy you 3 pizzas from LaBella and send them to Maryland if you find the audio when I
You didn't
said the
say
Lions are
joke.
the
You didn't
joke.
say joke. You said it's a disgrace that we lose to the Lions. That's what you said.
I said it's a bad loss. That's what I said. It was a bad loss. You're at home, and you got beat bad. I'm going to Jets. Not as bad as they beat your Giants, but Detroit wins. Clams.
The thing worries me about the Jets is they got a first-time quarterback coach because their quarterback coach died tragically in San Francisco in a biking accident last year. First-time wide receiver coach. They're not good in the red zone. They've settled for field goals, but their defense is for real. Their defense is good, and it's going to be cold there, and Goff don't like the cold. Table for 2 by the fireplace. Give me Gang Green. Let's go.
All right, Carson, let's go. Go get Clams, Carson.
Yeah, no, it's Joey's making some great points. This is going to be the first legit defense that the Lions have faced. The last time was the Eagles on opening weekend. But yeah, this Jets team, I mean, they held Josh Allen to under 200 passing yards. That's pretty impressive to do. And they were in that game the whole game last week. They lost by a 1-score game, 20-12. The Lions, again, they're hot right now, but then they got to change atmosphere. It's going to be cold there. It's going to be outdoors. This is a big game for both teams because the Jets are fighting for a wild card spot, and so are the Lions. So it's going to be kind of a little bit of a playoff atmosphere. Every time I picked against the Lions, they've won so far. I hope it's reverse psychology. Give me the points. I don't know. This line was going back and forth. There was 1 Jets, 1 Lions. Now it's even, I think. I'm going to go
Jets 1.5 right now on FanDuel, Carson.
1.5. Give me the Lions with the 1.5. But this is a coin flip game.
Big Dog saying Carson's a non-believer. Whatever works, Carson, right?
Whatever works.
I hope I'm wrong.
All right, real quick, this is just for Carson, okay? Because you made a great point, and I remember Joey Clams coming on earlier this year saying his lock of the year was the Patriots at home against the Lions.
Yeah.
And they got
29
destroyed.
rip.
And they
29
did.
rip.
So let me ask you this, Carson, because I'll be honest, you have 4 games left. Your team is super loaded offensively. The only question mark is Jared Goff. So through these 4 games, does that really zone in on this Lion franchise that's going to say, he delivers in these 4 games, I'm going somewhere else with that draft pick, and I'm keeping him as the quarterback, or you know what? We got to get a quarterback. This guy ain't the guy. Is these 4 games, could it be like that?
Yeah, it's a huge game for Jared Goff. He's hot right now. Again, Joey just said, the Jets have a legit defense. They're right up there. And, if they can hold Josh Allen to under 200 passing yards, Josh Allen is obviously way better than Goff is. Goff is good, but we'll see if he can really step up to the plate against this Jets defensive front. They got Sauce Gardner, who I think is going to be the defensive rookie of the year. He's an absolute stud. So again, I'm being realistic, and you got to speak with your head over your heart when it comes to betting on these games. So I again, Joey, it should be a fun game. I can't wait to watch it. But for now, I'm going to go with the Lions to cover. But this game could go back and forth.
And one more thing, Goff is up for comeback player of the year, which is if you get, he's right there. And another thing with these 2 coaches, which one makes the less mistakes? That's the team that's going to win.
Okay, we'll move to the Dallas Cowboys at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dallas on the road, 4.5-point favorite. Clams.
Wow. You know what? The Cowboys never hit. I won't touch this game, but just give for the show. Give me Jacksonville plus the 4.5 at home. Even though there's going to be a lot of Cowgirl fans in the stands, but I'll take Jacksonville plus the 4.5. There's the home dog surface change right there.
Okay, Clams, last 5 games. Mr. Kirkpatrick here. Kurt, you don't know what you're talking about. I want no part of Trevor Lawrence. He's a bust. He's this. Last 5 games. Let me do my quick math, Garfield math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 10 touchdowns, no interceptions. Ratings, last 5 games. 109, 106, 129, 82, 121. It's not that he's
Amazing we
coming.
can do with a competent coach.
Mr. Trevor Lawrence is here, boys. He will be, remember, Kenny, when I said to you, he will be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL next year. Because you know what? You had a garbage coach, just like Ryan said. You bring an offensive guy in. I'm not only taking Jacksonville this week, Kenny, I'm taking the outright upset. Jacksonville beats
Put the
them.
money up there.
Let's
Wow.
go. Carson.
Put the money up.
Rings.
Yeah, I know Trevor Lawrence is playing pretty well, but this is the Dallas Cowboys that he has to go up against with their defense. He did look impressive against Tennessee on the road last week, but I think the Cowboys, they're going to get their mojo back. I would go lay the points in the Cowboys here. I think they're the better team on the road in this situation. I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Big Dog saying it's a Christmas miracle. Carson picked the Lions. And he's saying, give me the Cowgirls, I mean the Cowboys. Clams.
Me, I already picked the Jaguars.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Ryan.
Yeah.
So this is the Jaguars and the Cowboys.
Yep, 4.5 Cowboys.
4.5. Favorite Cowboys.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Give me the Jags and the points.
Kenny.
I'm going to take the Jaguars here, but as all you guys as my witness, Trevor Lawrence bombs in this game. This is the first big game he has. They're going for a playoff berth, okay?
Well, I mean,
now it's time.
They're not going to get in the playoffs.
Don't say they're not, because the Titans are struggling. Don't say they're not. They're only 2 games back behind the Titans, and they crushed the Titans
they're
last week.
5-8, though. I mean,
They may have tiebreakers. They may have tiebreakers on the Titans who are struggling. Okay. You want to prove me now? This is a big game for them. This is a playoff game for the Jaguars.
Yep.
This is a playoff game. Don't go out there and be 18 for 35 with 3 interceptions.
Right.
Now it's put up or shut up. So I'm taking the Jaguars here.
By the way, though, don't worry about 18-35.
And if he performs, I will say he's starting to show me something.
But 18 for 35 and 2 touchdowns. You got to worry about the guy wearing number 4 on the other side. You see that performance last week? Single-handedly almost got beat by the Texans.
I'm taking the Jaguars here.
Saying.
More to play for. So let's see Trevor Lawrence do it this week against a good defense. I want to see it.
All right, let's move to Ryan Scoops' smoking hot Eagles at the Bears. Ryan goes last. We're going to start this off with Kenny. Eagles -9 against Chicago.
For the show, I'm going to take Chicago just because it's probably going to be a backdoor cover. Weather might be cold up there in Chicago, might take away some of the passing attack, but Bears ain't going to be able to win this game at all. But I'll take like a 21 to like 12 type of game. It's going to be right on that 9-ish number. But for the show, I'll take the Bears just to be funny.
Yeah, there's just no way. I've watched this Philly defense. They're just going to eat up on Justin Fields. I mean, what's Justin Fields going to do against this team? Seriously.
Is he healthy? Because he missed practice.
Who, Fields?
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, what's he going to do against this team anyway? I'm taking Philly. Clams.
Scoops, who's the Eagles got next week?
They got the Cowboys, Joe.
Yeah.
That's right, Christmas Eve. Give me the Bears.
Carson.
Home dog surface change.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I don't really know if I feel comfortable taking the Bears and the points in this. I would stay away from it because they could easily sit Hurts in the second half. This game could be over after the second quarter. So I would go Eagles with the win, but I would stay away from this game.
And Ryan, you got your boys. You got the final word.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, Carson. I didn't really consider that they could pull Hurts during this game because, again, I do expect it to be fairly non-competitive. But no, I'm going to take Philly and lay the points. I see a complete mismatch here, and I like Justin Fields. I'm higher on him than I think a good number of people are, but no, I can't see it with this game. I'm taking my guys and fairly handily.
All right. Cincinnati at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay coming off an embarrassing loss versus San Fran. I'll start. This is I lied. This would be the first last one I start with. I like this outright upset. I do not like Tom Brady. You know that, Kenny, right? I mean, just not a Brady fan. Obviously, Denver and New England battles over the years. But I've heard too many times Buccaneers are done. Brady's done. That's it. Get the backup. Where's he going to go? And, getting 3.5 at home, outright upset. I'm going Brady. This is where, they still got that defense that's going to punish Cincinnati. I'm going to take Tampa. I saw what scares me with Cincinnati. I know they have a lot of good wins, but I still remember that week 3 going into Dallas against the backup quarterback, and Dallas just lined up and went right down the field on him, just punching him in the mouth, and they had no answer. And that scares me with Cincinnati. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. Carson.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't stop Brock Purdy and get embarrassed against San Fran, how are you going to stop Joe Burrow with that offense with Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, who didn't have a single catch last week, by the way? I think the Bengals big against the Bucs in this one, and don't sleep on the Panthers, because the Panthers and the Bucs are right there in that division, so that could easily flip flop. But I'm gonna go Bengals money line.
Joey Clams, don't disappoint me. This is surface change, right? Home surface change, Joey Clams.
It's the only you bring up a good point when they went into Dallas and they lost that game, and then I see them when they got beat up by the Browns. But since then, Bengals have been on the rise, and I seen Tom Brady throw the ball the other day. It was like he was throwing a wet football. What's this? What is it? 3.5 you're using?
3.5.
Oh boy. Jeez, you know what? Give me the Buccaneers plus the 3.5 just for the hook.
Big Dog saying I'm giving a shout out to my local high school football team, Lake Wales Highlanders. They play for the 3S championship. I'm also picking the Bengals. Shout out to that team and good luck for them in the championship.
Good luck.
They'll bring home the bounty.
Ryan.
Yeah, I think that there's a mismatch in the trenches here, particularly when it comes to the ferocity with which I believe the Bengals defensive line will be able to outmuscle what the Bears have on offense, particularly if Wirfs is not able to go. And I think that control, I've seen a lot of trenches controlled games being a Philly fan, and I think this could be one of those as well. Bengals lay the points.
And Kenny.
I'm with Ryan. I'm going to take in Carson. I'm going to take the Bengals, but until the Buccaneers, they're a team of nothing but veterans, so there's no pressure on them yet. As soon as that pressure comes, Carson said the Panthers are on their tail, but the pressure ain't there yet. The Buccaneers are still just a little bit ahead of them. They're still a little bit ahead of the Falcons. Until that pressure's there, I'm going to go against Tampa Bay, but when that pressure comes, watch out, because Tampa Bay is going to unload on somebody.
Well, I'll tell you this,
if
Mr.
Tampa makes the
Kirkpatrick.
playoffs, watch out for Tampa in the playoffs.
Well, I'll tell you this. The Dallas Cowboys better pray that the Carolina Panthers win this division, because the Dallas Cowboys will be going to Tampa Bay.
Yep.
And I'll tell you right now, Dak Prescott's not beating Tom Brady in a playoff game. No way, no how, and they're going to be one and done again, because that they will no way beat Tampa Bay in that game. They better hope and pray that Carolina gets in there.
I'm gonna take Cincinnati with not too much confidence, but I'm gonna take them in this one, laying the points.
Let me just tell you one thing: Tampa Bay looks old. They got a lot of old players on their team. They look old.
And that's why I think the pressure, when the pressure's on.
Prescott versus Brady in a playoff game?
I got to go with the team around them. I don't listen. Brady hasn't looked good at all. They're having him throw the ball 45 times a game, 40 times a game in the high 30s.
I agree with Kenny. Before the end of the season, you're going to see, here's a 40 spot, and here comes Tampa. I agree with Kenny. Oh, yeah.
You're at the end of the season. You're there.
I'm telling you.
December. It's Christmas.
One of these games. All right, here's what we're going to do. We got one more big game, and then we'll just do a rapid fire because Kenny wants to get some college, and we got like 25 minutes. So the last big game is Kenny's New York Giants traveling to Kenny's hometown, right? Going to be in Washington. Giants, Commanders. Ryan, I'll start this with you. Washington laying 4.5 at home.
Yeah, I think that this again, I think that there's a defense for Washington that's going to just outmuscle in this game. I do think that the Giants have the better offense, and if they're able to get a couple of good drives with the running game with Saquon, then perhaps they can make it interesting. But as of right now, I'm going to take Washington to lay the points, and with that, another holly jolly rant from Kurt next week.
You want it, right? Carson, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm with Ryan here. Sorry, Kenny.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, Commanders are coming back home. Both teams are pissed about that tie. Commanders are coming off a bye week. I think they're going to be ready to go. Give me the Commanders to lay.
I'll go next. Listen, for Kenny and Paul Rosen's hopes and Giant, this game better be close because after that performance last week, if this team's not ready to go, I'm dead serious. You better zero in and hone in on this coaching staff. And Wink Martindale, you better get off of that. I'm going to blitz 900 times because you do that. Here come the fireworks because you can't cover McLaurin and Samuel and Dotson and all those guys. And you know what? I think the Giants will play. The Giants have to play better, right? They have to. I mean, they're on a national stage after this national embarrassment last week. I'm still going to go Washington. I think it's somewhat of a close game, 7-10. But if it's any more than that, Holly Jolly next week? Listen, major trouble. Clams.
What line are you using right now?
4.5.
Where'd you got? Is that what you got right now? I'm
Clams, you
got that.
underestimate me, Clams. I did this.
No, I want to know.
I did this at 5:59 tonight.
Okay, because you know why? That line was 5.5 early this morning.
It is. I'll double check one more time.
No.
4.5.
Okay. You know what? Give me the Giants. And number one, the head coach has done a tremendous job. There's 15 players on that team that you're not going to see next year. This is not his team. He stepped into this. He's doing a tremendous job with the talent that he has.
I hope the quarterback's one of them.
Well, we'll see. 15 guys guaranteed will be on this team next year. Give me the Giants. They're going to win the game outright.
Mr. Kirkpatrick, final word on this.
4.5's way too many. Yeah, we tied the Commanders, and I'll say that we tied the Commanders, but you know what? I'm not going to say should have won. We could have won the game if it didn't come down to that penalty by our center getting a taunting penalty in the Commanders' territory. We could have had possibly a game-winning field goal there. So to get 4.5 here is a gift. And two, Kurt, I don't know if you watch Giant games, but to say Wink Martindale blitzing all the time, the guy has no choice. We have Darnay Holmes, a slot cornerback, as our number one guy right now, and Fabian Moreau, scrap heap, as our number two guy.
But what I'm saying, I understand that. But
you got no choice, especially against the Eagles.
Well, but
you got no choice.
Well, here's the thing. If you're playing the Eagles, and this is from a football coaching standpoint, you got to play a zone because you can't cover those guys. Listen to me. I'd rather give up 6 and give up 6 and give up 6 than give up 70. That was a dumb game plan by Wink Martindale.
He changes his mind more than a politician.
No.
Wink Martindale, you loved Wink Martindale because he blitz. You say he blitzes.
You can't blitz the Eagles. You're just telling me this is football 1-on-1 junior football. I don't have guys to cover the receivers. You don't blitz. Stay back and let them go 80 and 90 yards. That's what you got to do. You can't. The guys were running free wide open to Ravonte Smith. And that's the head coach that's got to get on and say, "Hey, Wink, no more. Get out of it." That's on the head coach.
I'm on the Giants. That being said, I'm on the Giants. Okay. 4.5 is way too many. Way too many. I hope Joey's prediction's right. We pull out the outright victory here, but I'm going to definitely take the 4.5.
All right, let's do this.
Way too many.
We got a bunch of games left. We're just going to go rapid fire. Just pick your team. Joey Clams, Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans given 4.5.
Give me the Falcons.
Carson.
Falcons.
Ryan.
I'm a big Desmond Ridder guy. I'm not sure if you guys know that, so I'm going to take the Falcons.
I'm going to go New Orleans. Kenny.
I'm with you, Kurt. New Orleans.
Okay, next one. Rapid fire. KC minus 14 over Houston, Kenny.
Kansas City.
I'm going with you, Kansas City. Ryan.
Kansas City. I think this is going to be an ugly game.
Carson.
Houston, the points.
Clams.
Houston with the points. They don't give up touchdowns.
All right. Sneaky little game here, Clams. Let's start it off again. Pittsburgh at Carolina. Carolina at home, a 2.5-point favorite.
Give me the Panthers.
I'm with you. Sam Darnold, man. Nice little job.
Yep.
I'm going with you. Carson.
Yeah, same. Panthers. They're playing for their division.
Big Dog's going Saints, Chiefs, and Commanders over Giants. Panthers. Kenny.
What you guys, Panthers?
And Ryan.
I'm gonna take. Give me the points for the Steelers.
Okay. My Denver Broncos at home against Arizona. This could be a battle of the backups. I will start it. I will take Denver. Denver wins. Denver covers. Kenny.
What's the spread?
3.
Denver's favorite 3?
Yeah.
That's got push written all over it, but I'm with you. I'm going to take your Broncos in this one.
Ryan.
Yep, I'm gonna take the Broncos in this one as well.
Carson.
Yeah, I'm with your Broncos, Kurt. Give me the points in them.
Clams.
Yeah, Arizona's a disaster. Give me Denver. That's another disaster, but I'll take the Broncos.
2 disasters. All right. New England at Vegas. Vegas at home, Clams, a 1-point favorite.
Just like he said, just win, baby. Commitment to excellence, the silver and black, the Rays.
I'm with you. Just win, baby is right. Josh gets Belichick. I'm going to go with the Raiders. Carson.
Yeah, this is a coin flip type of game, similar to the Jets and Lions. It was bouncing back and forth with the line. Give me the Patriots defense against the Raiders.
Big Dog saying Viva Las Vegas. Ryan.
Oh boy, this is perhaps the hardest pick of the week for me. But by virtue of having Bill Belichick and by having, I believe, played a harder schedule this year, I think that I'm going to take the Patriots to cover.
And Kenny.
Teacher beats the disciple all the time. Give me Belichick here, the Patriots.
All right, we got 2 more. Let's do rapid fire so Kenny can get a couple college in. Kenny, Tennessee at the Chargers. Chargers laying 3.
Chargers big.
I'm with you. I think the Chargers big. Tennessee major problems. Ryan.
I'm gonna bless you, whoever
Bless
that
you.
was.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take the Chargers as well, but it depends on which Brandon Staley shows up this week.
Carson.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think the Chargers could get hot towards the end of the season. Keenan Allen's back. Give me Chargers.
Big Dog's going Chargers. And Clams.
Yeah, Tennessee's a damaged team. Give me the Bolts.
And last but not least, Monday night, Rams at Packers. Packers laying 6.5. I'm going to start this one. You talk about a wild card team. You guys were named Jelly. You missed this last night, but he was giving me, can the Commanders get in? Can the Lions? Well, the Lions are the one legit team. Can the Giants get in? Can the Commanders get in? Can the Panthers get in? Can this Seahawks get in? Listen, they're not going to get in. But if the Packers ever got in, there's a real quarterback with a real coach. That team, nobody wants that team to get in. So Packers are going to lay it on the Rams. Kenny.
I think they're going to lay it on the Rams too. And you know what? That's going to be a fun game to watch end of the year, Carson. Your Lions going to Green Bay. I hope I'm not rooting against your Lions there. We'll see, but we'll see what happens in that. But I think the Packers may make a tiny microscopic run here, but which will end in a week or two when these other teams start winning. But I'll take the Packers here against the Rams.
Ryan.
I've been calling the Packers frauds all year. Baker Mayfield goes back to the North where he just played for 3-4 years, whatever it was, 4 years. And I think that the magic goes. He's got 2-0. I'm a big Baker guy. That whenever he's got something to prove, he always dials it up. We're going Baker Mayfield covering outright win in Green Bay.
Woo! Carson.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think Ryan called it last week, last Thursday Night Football, and Baker stepped up to the plate. He had a hell of a game. I'm going to go the Rams and the points. I think the Packers will win the game, but Rams keep it close.
And Clams, finish up the NFL slate.
Yeah, LaFleur, he's not a good coach, Kurt, just to put that on the record. Him or his brother. But you're giving Aaron Rodgers a week off. They had the bye. You know what? The season's on the line right here. Pack is big.
Okay, Mr. Kirkpatrick, college football.
I do these in about. I'll do what I can in 10 minutes, and then we'll get our best
Okay,
bets and
perfect.
closing thoughts in.
Perfect.
I got a few written down. Just the games up until next week. I definitely threw some out, guys. So I threw some on there. I'll start with Kurt, the Cure Bowl, Kurt, and surprisingly, a game this early in the bowl season features two top 25 teams. University of Texas San Antonio versus the Troy Trojans. Kurt, I got Troy laying 1.5 here.
You want to hear a crazy stat about this? I heard this morning. This is the only game. I believe this is the only game. Well, yeah, the only game in the bowl season this year that has conference champ versus conference champ. Even the playoff doesn't.
Wow.
Neither playoff game has a conference champ versus conference champ. How crazy is that?
That is crazy. That's
big dogs going Troy. I'm going to go Troy with their defense.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kurt. Troy's defense. You take defense over offense in these type of games. San Antonio's a good team. They're top 25 for a reason, but Troy is too. So I'm going to take the defense here. What about it, Joe?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Troy there. I like the Roadrunners from USTA, but I'll go with Troy.
Carson.
Yeah, going Trojans with you guys. I think they're the better overall team, got a better defense. A couple weeks ago, we picked them as well, all of us, I think, in unanimous decision. So I think they keep it going. They get the bowl win.
Are we sweeping it, Ryan, or are we going UTSA?
No, we're going UTSA here. I'm liking the power of the team. I think is a higher level than what Troy offers, and even with the points here, I gotta take the more, in my opinion, the more well-rounded organization in UTSA.
Going to move on to Saturday games. Joey Clams, I got the Fenway Bowl. It's going to be fun to watch a game at Fenway Park, a football game, featuring the Cincinnati Bearcats and their departed Luke Fickell, who's now at Wisconsin. And they're going to be facing Louisville Cardinals here. And Louisville laying 1.5 here.
Give me the Bearcats.
You take the Bearcats?
Yes.
Carson, how about you?
Yeah, give me the Bearcats as well in this one. I think they get it done. Better overall team.
Ryan.
I was going to take the Bearcats, but you know what? I'm going to go Louisville. I think that they're more battle-tested, and even though I think that slightly better team from Cincinnati, I like Louisville to match up in a big game.
Carson, Joe, if you guys want to change your mind, I believe, Kurt, you might be able to back me up on this. I believe the quarterback opted out, right, for Cincinnati?
I think both quarterbacks are out, and the Louisville coach is becoming the head coach at Cincinnati. So it's a little, confusing there. So
okay,
they swapped.
Who do you like, Kurt?
I'm gonna go with Clam. I'm gonna go on the Cincinnati with Carson and Clams. I'm gonna take Cincinnati.
I'm with you guys. I'm going to take Cincinnati. Not high on the list here of confidence, but I'll take Cincinnati in this one.
I agree.
Carson, I'm going to start you off with the Las Vegas Bowl. It's the Florida Gators facing the Oregon State Beavers. A lot of opt-outs for Florida Gators. I'm not 100% sure
I
if
heard
there's
it
a
was,
lot of
Richardson's not playing, but they said besides NFL opt-outs and transfer portal, I think it's 10 guys.
And right. I think you said that. And so 10 guys out for Florida. It's probably a couple out for Oregon State. We got Oregon State laying 10.5 here.
Yeah, give me the lay the 10.5 with the Beavers, only because Florida, all those guys, it's SEC, they're looking at the NFL, they're opting out. I think this game means more to Oregon State.
Ryan.
That's a good point that Carson just made about the guys leaving for the NFL. I'll take Oregon State here.
Kurt.
Big dogs going Beavers, so am I. I'm taking Oregon State. I mean, like you said, I know it's the SEC, but I mean, these guys, like they're second and third stringers. I mean, Oregon State's still a legit team. I'll take Oregon State.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm going with the Beavers. I like them here a lot, but it's too many points. But we'll see. Maybe you might even see this game even go up if you like Oregon State later 10. Buy it down.
This is our first clean sweep. I'm going to sweep the board with you guys. I learned my lesson with a ton of opt-outs last year, and I'm going to take Oregon State here. They had a nice little year, and I think it's going to be more like a home game to them too. Or Vegas ain't too far from Oregon as opposed to Florida. So you're going to see 70 to 30, 75-25 in favor of Oregon State fans. Sign me up, Oregon State. Ryan, I'm going to start you off with the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. Well, yeah, I said it. Jimmy Kimmel. We got Washington State versus Fresno State. Fresno State is a 3.5-point favorite in this one.
I can see Washington State. I know that's not where he just coached, but I can see this being similar to what we talked about yesterday with Mississippi State being a play for Coach Leach type of game. Give me Washington State to cover.
Taking Washington State as an underdog, so it's a little underdog pick there from Ryan. Kurt.
I'm taking. I'm going to take Fresno State. I like this quarterback Hainer a lot. Right? I think his name's Hainer.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He was injured early on, but they went into Boise in that conference championship and beat up Boise bad in their building. So I'm going to take Fresno State. Big Dog's going Washington State.
Yeah, the Bulldogs been good to me all year. I'm on that Fresno State bandwagon. They're gonna win this game by at least 10 points.
I'm with you guys with the Fresno State bandwagon there. I think they're always a sneaky top 20, like around the 20 to 30 range in the country. So I'm going to take them here, covering the spread. And Carson, how about you?
Yeah, take it to the window. We're all on it. Give me Fresno State.
Let's move on to the New Mexico Bowl, Kurt. This is the last of the Saturday games. SMU versus BYU. A little sneaky game here. I think this could be a good one.
Yeah, I think
SMU laying 3.5.
I think the BYU quarterback's out. I know the SMU has maybe a first or second round receiver that opted out, but their quarterback, they put up a lot of points, and I don't think BYU is going to be able to play with them like scoreboard. I mean, SMU is probably going to score 40 points, right? I don't think BYU is going to be able to do it with a backup quarterback. Big Dog's going BYU, but I'm taking SMU.
I'm with you, Kurt. I'm going to take SMU. Pretty much echo everything you said. A lot of offense, and BYU ain't a top 10 defense in the country, so they're gonna struggle to stop them. I'm going to take the SMU laying the points. Joey.
Yeah, give me the Pony Express with the Mustangs from SMU.
Carson.
Same. Give me the Mustangs.
Ryan, you sweeping it?
I'm sweeping it. And fun fact, I actually had SMU as my sleeper team in the NCAA basketball March Madness a couple of years ago. That did not work out for me.
Nice. I'm going to try and get 3 more done. So I got about 2 minutes to do these because we got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, Joe, why don't I do this? I'm going to give you all 3 at once, and then I'll just go to everybody else and do it that way so we can get them done. Monday night, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Joe. Marshall. We are Marshall facing UConn, Jim Mora. Marshall laying 10.5.
You know what? This is a big game for UConn for the program. They're trying to come back. Give me the Huskies. Give me UConn.
Okay. Tuesday night, Joe. Got a little potato bowl. Eastern Michigan in the MAC facing the San Jose Spartans out there in the West Coast.
Give me Eastern Michigan.
Oh, San Jose is 3.5-point favorite, by the way.
Yeah,
so you're getting some points
give me
there.
Eastern Michigan.
And Wednesday, Joe, the Boca Raton Bowl, Liberty minus U Freeze facing another MAC team, the Toledo Rockets. Toledo is a 4.5-point favorite in this one.
Give me the Rockets.
Okay. I'm going to move on to Carson. We're going to go Marshall and UConn. Marshall 10.5.
Yeah, I think it's a bigger game for UConn than it is Marshall. I'm going to go with the points with UConn.
Tuesday, we got Eastern Michigan getting 3.5 from San Jose State.
Yeah, give me my local EMU Eagles. Give me Eastern Michigan.
Oh, is that a close school where you are?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes from here.
Nice little
Ypsilanti.
Yeah, little baby brother to Michigan State over there. Nice. And Liberty versus Toledo on Wednesday. Toledo 4.5.
Yeah, give me Toledo. They won the MAC. I think they get it done in the bowl game.
All right, Ryan, same questions here. Same teams. Marshall, UConn, 10.5.
Marshall, UConn, 10.5. I'm going to say, I'm going to say UConn.
Real quick, Kenny, Big Dog saying it's 20 minutes from where he grew up. He's picking Marshall, nice. Eastern Michigan, and Liberty.
Nice. It's Eastern Michigan and San Jose State. Speaking about Eastern Michigan, Ryan.
Can you remind me what the?
3.5. San Jose State is favorite.
I'm going to take Eastern Michigan.
And then the last one, Toledo, 4.5 point favorite over Liberty.
Toledo over Liberty. I'm gonna. You said Toledo was how many?
4.5.
Lay the points.
Kurt, gonna go with you.
I'm going to go Marshall.
Okay.
I'm going to go San Jose State
Okay.
and Toledo.
I'm gonna go with the guys who all said UConn. I'm gonna take Carson's 45-minute away bus ride, Eastern Michigan, and I'm gonna take Liberty here. I think Liberty, they face some good competition. I'm gonna take Liberty with the outright upset there. Funny with UConn, I'm gonna take UConn, but I watched a show. Jim Mara's house is supposedly haunted by
I
ghosts.
saw that, Kenny. I saw that.
So those ghosts are going to travel
It's nuts.
to the Myrtle Beach and be there with Jim Mora because they're friendly ghosts, and they're going to pull it through for UConn there.
By the way, Big Dog is saying I will be up in Annapolis, Maryland next week to root on UCF over Duke.
Nice. It's about 45 minutes from me, Big Dog.
Nice.
Why don't we do best bets and closing thoughts? Kurt, why don't you do it that way? Do the order, and then we'll do our best bets and closing thoughts as one.
All right. Let's start off. Let's start off with Carson. Best bets and final thoughts.
Best bet, underdog, final thought.
Yeah, obviously great show, guys. Love talking sports with you all. Remember to gamble responsibly. Enjoy the games this weekend. Best bet would probably have to be the Commanders to lay the 4.5 against Kenny's Giants, and then EMU with the college bowl game.
Okay,
nice.
Let's go.
And Carson, tell us about ticket time real quick.
Yeah, if you guys like casino content, we're live over there a couple nights a week on Facebook, YouTube as well. Just search up Ticket Time. You'll find me over there.
And we'll be checking you out later on tonight, Carson.
Cool.
I'll go next. Best bet of the year. Buffalo Bills Saturday night. They're going to absolutely destroy Miami. Again, you're going to see right out of the gate, Miami too is going to have the turtlenecks on, and they're going to have the jackets, and that's going to be it. Outright upset. Brady and Tampa Bay beats the Bengals. Hey, great week. Go New York, go New York, go. Kenny, Knicks on a 5-game win streak. I'm pumped to watch him tomorrow night. Let's go. Watch the disaster. And now we are down, Joey Clams. We are down to 25 days until Nathaniel Hackett gets fired. So that's what I'm counting down. 25 days. Everybody enjoy the games. Clams.
Got any best bets? Did you do your best bets?
Oh, yeah. Best bets. Buffalo. Outright upset. Tampa Bay.
Anything in college?
Oregon State. I like Oregon State.
Gotcha.
Clams.
Yeah, I got tonight. We got Kittle over 38.5 yards receiving. Got the 49ers in the first half on the money line. And see what the guy, if you like the props, see what the guy Jennings is doing with his go over his receiving yards. My best bet is Fresno State, and I got the dog a little coffee parlay. Give me Bears on the money line, Jacksonville on the money line, and the Giants on the money line.
Ooh, I like it, Joe.
All right. Let's go to Ryan.
Yeah, so my best bet, I'm only going to give NFL, but A-Rod shrinks in games like this. Baker rises to the occasion. You got the Rams over the Packers outright in Green Bay in a couple nights. That's a game that I'm going to be watching closely, and although I don't have a Rams hat or jersey, I will be pulling hard for LA in that game.
Okay. And Mr. Kirkpatrick.
Good show, guys. Like I said, I'll be chiming in with Carson. We're going to be both rooting for San Francisco tonight to beat Seattle. Giants, let's go. It's time to put up or shut up. Let's come up with a big victory on Sunday. As for my best bets, I'm going to go Chargers on Sunday, NFL over the Titans. I just think the Titans are completely lost. My outright upset, I'm going to give your boy Trevor Lawrence one shot here, Kurt. I'm going to go Jaguars in the upset. And then in college, I'm double dipping. I'm taking UConn plus the 10.5, and I'm going to take them as an outright upset victory, getting 10.5. Big upset victory there.
Kenny,
Those are my best bets.
Kenny, cover your ears. Ryan, what do you want? What do you want to hear Wednesday night?
What do I want to hear on Wednesday night?
Well, what are you gonna hear Wednesday night? You said it before.
I'm gonna hear if the Giants lose, I'm gonna be here in an hour and a half of Holly Jolly.
That's it, Holly Jolly. Kenny, for your sake, I hope they win.
Well, Clams wasn't with us yesterday. Clams, if the Giants win against Washington and they make the playoffs, Holly Jolly's going to wear a Santa Claus outfit on the show.
Joe, you gotta watch last night. These guys had me so fired up. Paul Rosen, we have 1 minute. Paul Rosen's like the, lucky. It's like being at the roulette table. Here's 1,000 of the money. I either win it or give it back. I never lose the money. Him and Kenny. The Giants, no big deal. Their season, they can finish the season winning 2 out of their last 10, and they're such a successful season. They can't wait for next year. That's called a collapse.
Wow.
Kurt, do you know how hard it is to make me agree with Giants fans?
But still, I don't know anybody on any sport that
I know we gotta
2
go.
out of 10 teams that said it was a successful season.
I'm the only one that's known Kurt for 40 years. His mouth he always puts his foot in his mouth. So you know what? There's 4 weeks left, Joe, Carson, Ryan. There's 4 weeks left. Let's see what happens after 4 weeks.
Let's go.
His foot is always in his mouth.
Giants are still alive.
Yep.
Hey, I just
All
want
right,
to make
fellas.
1 point. Let me just make one quick point.
Sure.
Eagles, Cowboys next week. That might be a little look ahead. Grab those dogs. Grab the Bears with the points. Grab Jacksonville outright.
Yeah.
Grab the Giants on the money line. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
You heard it from Joey Clams. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you next week. Carson, I'll catch up with you a little later.
Good night, friends. Go